houses and these nice houses built. I think this is a small town named Kamlak, and yeah, actually it looks nice when you enter, but by the time I switch on my camera, well, the view is gone. But yeah, anyway, this is the first time I got some rent of it. Apparently they questioned why only one rent is missing, and then it's 10:30 am of September 19, and I'm having my breakfast, which I just cooked in this outside cooking setup of the bike post here in Bishk. Yeah, the breakfast is nice, and I've been carrying this yogurt drink for a few days now. I thought I should probably drink it. Well, you should have probiotics when you travel, very important. So after having the breakfast, I'll leave, and I'll be going on the Chusky track. Maybe another 300 kilometers from here. It's 12 in the day, and I've just left the bike post, and now I am heading to one of the museums in Bisk city. So this bike post is actually located in a different town or a village outside Bisk. I mean, it's close by, but it's not the same city as Bisk. And now I am heading to Bisk to a museum. Apparently there is a Chusky tracked 0 kilometer board there. The heading to museum is just an excuse. I wanted to have some good coffee in the morning, and I realized that the village will definitely not have it, and I have to go to the nearest town. Hopefully I will find some coffee. Bisk again is I don't know how big is the town. Let's see. Okay, I decided to skip the museum, and there are some ancient buildings in the city. Yeah, they look nice. Well, I skipped the museum because who's gonna park, buy a ticket, go in, and I don't read history, I create history. Good enough excuse to maybe skip. But anyway, museum was just excuse to get to a coffee place. So then I decided to skip the museum and go to a coffee place. And in the meantime, yeah, I'm inside the Bisk city, so maybe see the city a bit. Yeah, looks like those nice small old town cities to me. And yeah, curious people. Okay, enough of blabbering. I'm here at the coffee shop standing opposite it. It's called Arabica, and yeah, the vibe here is exactly what I like about small cities. Like, people are kind of chilling and sitting nicely. Nobody's really rushing. Well, there are leaves on the roads, and then they are slowly cleaned. There is no rush to clean them quickly, and I think that's how life should be. Yeah, why rush? Like, anyway, so yeah, while it does feel like I should just be here, but then, well, winters are approaching. Oh, by the way, winters remind me that today it's surprisingly hot. Like, I remember wearing, so by the way, I am wearing 3 layers on the top. So there is one full sleeve t-shirt, then there is this decathlon jacket. I think it can take like 0 degrees, I guess, or I think somewhere around that. And on top of that, my riding jacket. In down, I am wearing a thermal inner, again a decathlon one, and not a decathlon, I think I got that in the UK, I forgot, whatever, and a riding pant which is pretty thick, and I'm wearing 2 socks and the shoes. By the way, my shoes are not the regular riding boots. Well, they are a hack, yeah, pretty cheap hack as usual. So yeah, so I remember in the morning I was wearing this jacket and loading up stuff, and then I started feeling pretty hot, and then I have to take off the jacket. So yeah, it shows 11 degrees at the moment. Uh, I'm sure by the evening it'll gonna go cold. I'm going to pass one mountain pass today. Uh, Probably gonna do like 300 kilometers. Uh, yeah, that's the plan. I'll start lazily, chill a bit, soak the small town vibe. Yeah, that's life is about, I guess. By the way, I forgot to mention why I'm not shooting this from inside the cafeteria, whatever the coffee shop, and outside, because they had different pricing for takeout and dine-in, and I think I'm seeing this. I saw this first time in the UK. I forgot what shop used to be that. Pret, yes. So if you buy anything in Pret a Manga, you pay different money if you sit there, and if you go out you pay different, but that used to be like small cents. Here the price difference was significant. Just left Bisque City, like the Bisque City ending sign came. The sign here shows Tashanta 586. Tashanta is the town just before Mongolian border. Yeah, right now I am headed to another small town. This is after Gorno Altai. Well, I couldn't find any good reasonable stay in Gorno Altai, so I'll be going through the city, but I'll not be stopping there for the overnight stay. My next stop is a Rosneft petrol station, and this was just before there is one bison viewing point, not bison viewing point, I think this is one zoo kind of a place where they have kept bison, and a couple of people have recommended visiting that place. So yeah, that's the stop that I have put, and the Rosneft petrol station is just before that stop. I think the scenery on the way is going to be nice, because, well, this is Chusky track, and apparently, as per a couple of Russians, this is one of the best top 10 roads in the world, is what they say. So yeah, let's see how the Chusky tracks comes out to be. There's a mountain on one side and there's river on the other side. Well, yeah, not anything very unique, but well, yeah. The city right now is Maima. Actually, there's one Malaysian bike rider named Edwin. I had met him in Dushanbe before the start of Pamir trip, and he told me about a point that he went and I could have also gone. It's called Four Brothers Rock, and he had mentioned that well, it was a different route, not this road, and if I go there and then take the route back to this main road, then I would have emerged here at Maima. It's 2:30 now. I think I've been riding for past 2 hours. I think I left that coffee place around 12:30 and just stopped here. So there was a parking place, and then I think it is next to the river. I also wanted to have a look of the river, but before I go see the river, I wanted to pee. So I was looking for a toilet. I think I probably have to go to the gas station Tatneft, and it must have a toilet. I hope they allow. There are other shops also here. Yeah, nice tourist friendly shops. So maybe I'll have a coffee and maybe eat something. Yeah, so I came here at the Tatneft petrol station, and yeah, they had toilet. I could use it. Then I got tempted to buy something, and then I ended up buying coffee because, well, I went to the coffee shop there. There was a coffee shop named Shaman Coffee, and I was like, that day I made a video stating that, well, the procedure of Banya looked like a shaman therapy or something, and now I see Shaman Coffee. Well, yeah, I'm connecting too many dots. But that coffee shop was closed, so then I was like, maybe I can have coffee here, and that turned out to be like really bad decision. Yeah, I realized when in Russia, if you have a petrol station and then if you have options to eat as cafes outside petrol station, well, always go to the cafes. A quick word about my bike post stay. So Yeah, so this was my third bike post stay. The first one was Izhevsk, then the second one was at Tatarsk, and the third one was at Pisk. And it was a decent stay. I didn't get to meet a lot of bikers like how it was in the previous ones, but Igor, Black African, was very friendly. He made sure that I was comfortable, and they also cooked food for me in the night dinner. In the morning I cooked my own breakfast. One thing that I kind of didn't like was, well, they had some makeshift toilet, and there's a makeshift bathroom also, but bathroom I didn't use. But in the evening when I asked the lady of the house about the toilet, she pointed me to that makeshift toilet, and yeah, it's probably not something I would use, neither I would suggest someone to use. So that kind of made me feel pretty awkward. Thankfully, they let me use the toilet inside the house, which has running water and everything. Actually, a Black African gave me a diary to fill. While I was looking at the diary, I saw a post by Toko Lenzi. So Toko Lenzi is a Brazilian biker who got his bike to Australia, and then he shipped it to Thailand, and from Thailand I think he rode Southeast Asia, and from Thailand he shipped it to Vladivostok. And Toko Lenzi is the person because of which I am doing this ride, because apparently the Bangkok to Vladivostok shipping was cheap compared to like riding it through China, riding the bike through China. And that's what got me thinking, and I figured that, yeah, instead of like bringing the bike to China, why not like get it via Vladivostok and get to experience Russia and do the Trans-Siberian ride. And that's how this whole ride idea came into existence. Some part of it is also because of Chris, the German motorbiker I met last year, because he had this desire of doing from Kaliningrad to Vladivostok, and that's when I realized, oh yeah, there's something like this that can be done. I didn't do from Kaliningrad, but then the whole Trans-Siberian route, which starts from St. Petersburg and goes to Vladivostok. So with Chris, I got the idea, and then Toko Lenzi shipped his bike, and it costed like $1,000, and I was like, that's pretty reasonable. And apparently Toko Lenzi stayed at the Bisk bike post. Another thing that caught my attention was he said last year a Singaporean couple had stayed, and then I looked at their entry, and it was a guy and a girl, and each of them were riding like their own motorbike, like they have two motorbikes. And yeah, all these couple motorbikers riding their own bikes, they always envy me. I remember Richard, and I forgot the name of the girl I met in Dushanbe, and then there is Jenny and Bernard, with whom I rode through the tricky part of Pamir. Yeah, I always get envied by these people. That's the river view. Yeah, I don't think I would go down and go closer to the river. I mean, it's gonna be cold anyway, so yeah, I'll just have a look from here and then just proceed to my next destination. Well, in terms of food, I think I offended the food gods. Most of these shops out there, they are actually closed. There's only one shop which is functioning, where people are sitting, and they only have beef, which I don't eat. So yeah, no food for me. Just now met a person, and yeah, he started to like talk, and then he called one of his Indian friends on video, and then he was showing, oh, he met another Indian guy. Well, I kind of got reminded of Uzbekistan, where people used to be very curious. They want to talk to you, and then this happened for the first time in Russia. I wanted to record, but the guy was actually very interested. He was like, maybe India and Russia should do business together. I don't know what was his intention, but yeah, overall, a unique experience happened first time in Russia. He gave me his number in case I have any issues in Altai. I can contact him. So yeah, all good. I think I now should rush because it's already 4:45, and I think I need to cover quite a bit of a distance. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice river that I'm crossing right now. I think it was named Katun. Yes, Katun. Oh, actually, this is the river that has been running next to me, or I am riding next to the river so far. And finally, I get to cross it also. Reminded me of the song Sari Rate Katya Karum. Well, let me not sing. Okay, seems like so I'm heading to that bison viewing place, and seems like there is 2 kilometers off-road which starts from here. I hope it's not too difficult. Yeah, looks okay. Okay, till there is no loose sand or gravel or earth, I am okay. Yeah, the potholes and humps don't scare me. Pothole और hump से नहीं डर लगता साहब, loose earth से लगता है. We've reached the bison viewing point, and that's where I have parked my bike. And I think there's a ticket. I need to figure out where. There's another vehicle that came just now, and there are a lot of people from there. I kind of need to rush because it's 5 o'clock already, and I think I have to do another 100 or 150 kilometers to the hostel which I have marked for stay. So I read at the board at the entrance that apparently this bison is an endangered species, and Altai mountains were their natural habitat, and they were pretty much exterminated. Oh, there's a rabbit. It went away. It might saw something. Okay. And yeah, I think they were hunted and exterminated, and then some of these, I think they said that the number currently is 30, and 30 of them are preserved and kept together here. So this is a bison preservation place here. That's the bison, and yeah, I don't know if it's a male or a female, but apparently there are 30 in this enclosure here. That's the path I took to come upstairs. That's another one sitting there. Cow on the road. I don't know if they're lost or they're searching for someone in the group who has not returned. Well, seeing some nice mountains to the left. Well, not too huge, but yeah. There's around 90 kilometers of road left. I started to feel chilly, and I also started to feel sleepy, and then I realized that well, the chilly thing was pretty clear that I was not wearing like the cold, like the proper gloves and all. So I stopped, and then I realized that I have not eaten anything in the afternoon for lunch. So I passed by this Rosneft petrol station, and I stopped and bought something to eat. This Rosneft station actually has a pretty long queue, so looks like Rosneft is actually very popular among the village people. Sorry. The village has some nice houses that you can see, blue, green, red. Yeah, that's all. To my behind and right, the little town. I don't know what the name of the town is, but it looks nice. And yeah, I just thought I'll stop and record. Okay, seems like ascending a mountain pass. There's snow around me now, and it has become pretty cold as well. This is the first time I got stopped by police here in Russia, and yeah, I'm currently standing. The vehicle is right in front of me. Apparently, they questioned why only one light is working, and then they asked for the documents. And well, then it's all okay. I explained to them using translator that my alternator is weak and one light is enough, and I think they said okay to that. Uh, Hi, it's 9:30 p.m. and I am in my hotel room. Yeah, this is my second hotel stay in this trip. The first was before Moscow, and yeah, this is before Mongolia. So, so I was supposed to go to a hostel, but then, well, actually, I had asked Igor's help, and Igor actually offered to help, and he asked me like where I'm going next, and I found this hostel, and I sent him the Yandex map location, and he called the hostel, the number mentioned on the Yandex map, and the person said that yeah, like they will let me check in. And then when I reached to the hostel, well, there was nobody there. Then I messaged Igor, and Igor then tried calling, and nobody picked the phone. So then Igor helped me find a hostel, sorry, a hotel, because I was in the city. And then finally I came to this hotel. I paid 1,500 rubles for this. This is probably my costliest stay so far. But well, I got my own room with a double bed and heating. Well, heating is really important. I was literally freezing outside. And well, when Igor told me he called and they have a room for 1,600 rubles, I was like, it's okay. And I just came in here, and yeah, it's pretty warm. It's actually hot, so but it's good. And I cooked my food because it's a small city. I don't think there was any cafe or restaurant open. So I got some bread and well, I had bread. I got some eggs and cheese and some Russian vodka. Well, I thought it's gonna be cold, but now it is pretty warm. Or maybe it's the vodka. I don't know.